Hello, everybody. It's your boy Tokyo Brandon here, and I'm going to make a free play video on the San Diego Padres versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Before I get to that, uh, I have a code TB3. You can get 3 days of my plays all access for $39. So go use that code at my page at WagerTalk.com. So the Padres are in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. So we got Mitch Keller on the mound for the Pirates and Dylan Cease on the mound for the Padres. So Mitch Keller is an interesting pitcher. He's a guy that, in my opinion, the books constantly are overvaluing. He's a solid innings eater kind of pitcher, but he's not electric in any way, and he's not elite in any way. I have a rankings system where I take all the starting pitchers and I grade them on a curve of 30 so I can compare them to bullpens and batting. And I have Mitch Keller ranked 18 out of 30, so a little bit below average. But the books always give him a benefit of the doubt in their numbers. He always gets a good number when he starts, and I don't understand why. Dylan Cease, on the other hand, is having a pretty terrible season by his standards. He's a very solid, in my opinion, he's a top 15 pitcher in Major League Baseball, but he hasn't shown it this season. I have him actually ranked 18th as well, but that includes current form. He's actually a lot more talented than that, and I expect him to pitch a little bit better than he has been pitching so far this season. If we compare the two teams' bullpens, there's hands down no comparison. The Padres, I have them ranked number 2 out of 30 teams in all of Major League Baseball, where I have the Pittsburgh Pirates ranked 25th out of 30 teams. Their bullpen is not performing well at all in current form. Batting, I have both teams ranked 22 out of 30. Now, that's kind of surprising. We would expect the Pirates to be ranked close to the bottom, but we would not expect a team as talented as the Padres with Manny Machado, Tatis, and a bunch of others to be ranked that low. They're slumping a little bit, but I expect them to pull out of that slump today. I'm going to go with the Padres on the money line in this game. If the line is too steep for you, a nice little betting tip would be to take a -1. With a -1, you don't lose your money if they win by 1 like you would on the run line of -1.5. And with a -1, you can chop off about 30 cents off the money line price. So San Diego Padres -1 would be a good play here, even though they're on the road, even though their bats are slumping a little, and even though their starter is slumping a little. I expect them to come around and perform a little bit better than the Pittsburgh Pirates today. Free play, San Diego Padres -1. So that's how I would play the Padres Pirates game. Another interesting game on the slate, and another game I have a free play on, is the Tampa Bay Rays playing the New York Yankees. Tampa Bay travels to New York. Tampa Bay is a pretty solid team considering their small bankroll. They always seem to be in the running and competing with the better teams like the Yankees and the Red Sox. So who do we have on the mound today? Max Fried is on the mound for the Yankees, and Ryan Pepiot is on the mound for the Rays. Two very solid starting pitchers. And what's really interesting about these guys is if you look at how they perform against the batters that they're facing today, both of them are performing really well throughout their career. I like to look at OPS as kind of a telling sign of how someone does against a team throughout their career. I use 700 OPS as kind of a Mendoza line. If you're over 700 OPS, that means the batters are getting the best of you. If you're under 700, that means you might be getting the best of the batters. How does Max Fried perform against these Tampa Bay Rays? Pretty darn good. In 39 at-bats against, he has a 0.77 average against and a 240 OPS, which is well below that Mendoza line that I was talking about. How about on the other side? How does Ryan Pepiot go against the Yankees? Pretty good. Not quite as well as Max Fried, but pretty good. 36 at-bats against, a 194 average against, and a 654. So OPS, which is still below the Mendoza line. Not quite as good as Max Fried. On my scale for measurements, batting, New York Yankees have a huge advantage. I have them ranked number 5 out of 30, where I have the Rays ranked 27. The Rays are having a lot of difficulty producing runs, especially this last week. They never were really a power team, but they're really struggling right now with the bats. And on the road in New York, I think they'll struggle a little bit more today as well. Bullpens, 2 solid bullpens here. I got the Rays ranked 12th, while I have the Yankees ranked. And then starting pitching, Max Fried, again on my curve of 30, I have him number 3 in MLB, where I have Ryan Pepiot at 16. So little bit below mediocre for Pepiot. And given the fact that their bats are a bit flaccid at the moment, Yankees always can produce runs. I like the Yankees here. However, looking at the line, Yankees are, you always have to pay a Yankee tax when you play the Yankees, because they have a lot of fans and a lot of sports bettors bet on their favorite teams. So to avoid this, one way to do it is, like I said, a -1, but that only knocks about 30 cents off. You're still looking at -190. Not a real viable number. And as a professional bettor, I can't really give out a play at 190 and be reputable. So I like the Tampa Bay Rays team total under here. Let's go Tampa Bay Rays under on their team total. I think the Yankees bullpen and Max Fried can shut out this 26th ranked lineup in Major League Baseball. So the second play today is the Tampa Bay Rays under 3.5 as their team total. So Padres -1, Tampa Bay Rays under 3.5. Those are the 2 free plays for today's video. Again, TB3 gets you 3 days all access for only $39 for my plays. Go grab that at my page at WagerTalk.com, and I'll be back with more content and more videos.